Hi everyone, my name's Sarah Murray. I'm a reflexologist and massage therapist. I've been practicing reflexology for the past 20 years, and today I'm going to be demonstrating on my daughter a short reflexology session that you can use on children or on someone you live with or someone who you think needs it. The reason I've done a short one for children is I've had a lot of people asking and inquiring about what they can do for their children who are unsettled or anxious during this coronavirus outbreak. I've always used reflexology on my children. I find it really calming. It's great if they're suffering with their sleep, or if they've got an exam or they're worrying about anything, or if they're going through any changes. So give it a go, stick with it. You might find they're a bit giggly to start with or a bit restless, but once you get into it, you'll find they really zone out. Like I said, you don't have to just use this on children. If there's someone you're living with who you think would benefit from it, that's absolutely fine. 15 minutes of relaxing, taking time out and focusing and grounding yourself is really good for you. You can use it as a form of meditation or mindfulness. If you're not familiar with reflexology, it's just the feet. It can be used on the hands and ears as well, but today we're just going to be doing it on the feet. So just make sure they're comfortable. I'm going to be demonstrating on my daughter just on the bed. Put something underneath their knees just to support their feet upright, and just use body cream or body lotion. You can also use aromatherapy oil if you want to, but initially I would just use a plain cream because you don't want to overstimulate. But if you do find that they're loving the reflexology and you're happy to add an oil, you can use something like a lavender or lang lang, which is really nice and relaxing, great for sleep, great for anxiety. So give it a go, and I hope you enjoy it.
Go.
Okay, so to start with, we're just going to warm the foot up. Don't worry too much about following my exact techniques, okay? Just do your own thing. Just massage the foot, make sure it's warmed up. You can notice sometimes by the colour of the foot whether or not the circulation is flowing well or not. So we want that to be really pink. And we're just gonna do some nice little massage circles. Don't worry too much about pressure. A lot of parents ask about pressure. You'll know instinctively what sort of pressure to use. We don't want to be too light because that's going to be really ticklish. And we don't want to be too firm because we don't want it to not be relaxing. So just purposeful, I always say, nice purposeful movements, just to and fro. And this in itself is really relaxing. If you find their foot is really stiff, which a lot of people are like that at the start of a treatment, especially if they're not used to reflexology, then a good little way is to just cup the foot like this and just do little ankle rotations, and the foot will automatically flop and relax. Okay, so nice little ankle rotations just to get some movement back in the foot, and some nice effleurage, some nice flowing massage. So I'm just using a body lotion, just a normal moisturizer, just to help to make the movement flow a bit better. So into the toes, just a nice little rotation, and then a little massage up into the toe, just over each toe. And then once you finish the toes, we're going to start doing some gentle reflexology. So reflexology is all in the thumb and the forefinger. So to start with, we're going to imagine a little imaginary line just going across underneath that pad of the foot there, a little imaginary line, and that's the diaphragm. And that is if you're tense or anxious, that's going to be quite tight there. So a nice little relaxation technique is to have your two thumbs from the middle and just pull out to start. And we're going to do 3. So right in the middle there, and just gently pull out, and that opens up the airway, and that can really help with if you've got an anxious tightness in your chest. Okay, and we can massage in between each technique. So reflexology is all about reflex points, which are all over the feet, and they correspond to parts of the body. So what we're doing today is working on the reflex points that are going to relax the body most. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go into the big toe, which is the head area, and using your thumb, we're going to do a nice little caterpillar walk all around the top of that toe, which is the head area, and that's nice and relaxing. So we're going to go all the way around, all the way to the bottom. And you can do that a couple of times. Just go all the way around the top of the head area. This can give a really nice little tingly sensation in the head. A lot of clients comment when I'm over this area, they ask me which area I'm doing, and they say they've got a nice little tingly sensation going on. Okay, and then massage in between. And then we're going to do the spine. So we're going to start at the base of the spine here, and using your finger, we're going to do a little walk all the way up. We're going to follow that line there all the way up to the neck. So we're going all the way from the lumbar all the way up. Nice, slow, purposeful little walks, little caterpillar, going all the way up to the top. And then using your thumb, we're going to do nice little brush strokes, nice little friction strokes going all the way down. And we're going to repeat that. And again, this gives a nice relaxing feeling through the body. Working the spine. I'm using a different finger now, but that doesn't matter. All the way up. And then shake, shake all the way down. Okay, and then a little massage. Just massage in between. You might notice already that your child is quite zoned out, quite relaxed. The foot is more relaxed. It's nice to play some music in the background or have some oil burning. Just set the scene. And then we're going to go, if you've got a child that's particularly anxious, restless, not sleeping well, we're going to go underneath this arch. So underneath this arch here is a lot of things going on. We've got the kidney, we've got the stomach, but we've also got the adrenals, which is really important to work on if you're working with anyone with anxiety. So to find the adrenals, we're going to imagine the waist of the foot, the middle part of the foot. So you've got the sort of narrowest part there, imaginary line going across. And then we're going to go down from the middle of the first toe there. And we're going to go to there where that meets. And we're going to press in and do a little pressure circle. Not too much, just 2 or 3 little pressure circles, just to help balance out those adrenals, just to settle that adrenaline that might be working a bit too hard. And we're going to do a nice little massage in between. Don't overwork the adrenals. Overworking them can can be too much. And to finish with, we're going to go up the zones. We're going to clear the energy pathways that run through the body. So we're going to imagine 5 vertical lines running up the foot, from the base, from the heel to the middle of each toe. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And using your thumb, we're going to do our little caterpillar walk, nice and slow, all the way up each of those zones, all the way up. You might feel little areas as you're going over this. You're not expected to pick up on areas or know anything. If you're just doing a relaxing treatment on someone, you're not qualified to do that, but you might pick up on little areas, little pockets of congestion, which feels like little bits of sand underneath the skin. And that's little toxins which have gathered in that area of the body, and it's nothing to worry about. But it's just interesting to sometimes feel where they are. So we're going to go all the way up. And then the last one. I'm probably going a bit quicker than I usually would, yeah? You can do this a lot slower and you can last it out as long as you want. And then finish with some nice effleurage strokes. Using your 4 fingers. Just do nice, light strokes to finish. And just do a nice hold. Sometimes just holding the foot like that will calm someone. And then you're going to repeat exactly the same technique on the other foot. Okay? And to finish with, every treatment I finish with, I always finish with finding the middle of that diaphragm line with your 2 thumbs, and we're going to ask the person you're working on, to take a deep breath in. Take a breath in, Zara, as you press in, and then really long breath out. And that's your core, and that's just relaxing your core. Breath in, and then really slow breath out. And you can do 3 of those. Breath in, and as you breathe out on that last one, relax everything. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw, relax everything, and give your toes a little wiggle. Yay. And that's it. That's your 15-minute roughly treatment. So obviously you would do both feet, and it's always nice to end with some breathing. Did you enjoy that, Zara?
Yeah, it was nice.
Good. Thank you very much.